Yo, what up, folks? LordDsplae up in this bitch for GameFaceStudios. Hell yeah. Proud to be doing this shit for this channel. This is my first video. You probably don't know my name, probably never even heard my shit. But let me introduce myself, folks. LordDsplae, there you go. Shake your hand, give you knuckles, whatever the fuck you want me to do. But what you can do is if you enjoy the content, go down to the description, click that link, head over to the channel, hit that sub button, show some love. And I hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the shit I got over there too. But like I said, I am proud to be doing this for this channel, man. Very fortunate, you know, to be recognized enough to be brought over to GameFaceStudios, and I am proud to be a part of the team. Now let's go ahead and move on with this commentary. Now, as you can see, we got some Madden gameplay, and we got the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Super Bowl's about to go down here in a couple weeks, and whoever thought that it would have been the Giants facing the Patriots? Now, honestly, I thought, you know, when the postseason first started, I basically was leaning more towards the Saints and the Baltimore Ravens, but I was proved wrong. This season has been crazy. It has been, you know, a lot of surprises. You know, a lot of teams that started out well in the beginning of the year ended up failing at the end of the year. And, of course, the two teams that truly were, you know, a surprise being knocked out of the postseason, in my opinion, were, you know, New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. You know, I thought that the NFC Championship game was going to come down to those two teams, but it didn't, you know. And now we're looking at a repeat of the 2007 season, the 2008 Super Bowl with the New York Giants, the Patriots, but this time nobody's undefeated. You know, nobody's undefeated, and we got two teams in there that basically are, you know, full offense style shit. You know, both of their defenses are not, in my opinion, top-notch in any way. You know, I think the Giants have a little bit better of a defense than the Patriots. But we're going to see how this pans out, man. You know, it's tough to have a defense going up against, any defense going up against Brady, Welker, you know, Gronkowski, Hernandez. Ocho Cinco isn't, you know, the biggest threat, but, you know, he can be as long as Brady's, you know, controlling the ball the way that he wants to. So I do think that, you know, the Giants are going to have some problems up against these Patriots. But before we go into that, we're going to basically go down with, move on ahead with, you know, what I predicted when the postseason finally hit. And basically, when it came to my predictions, we're going to go and start, of course, with the wild card weekend. Now, we had Cincinnati facing Houston. And, you know, honestly, I knew Houston was going to take that game. You know, I didn't think that Cincinnati was one of those teams that should have been in the postseason. They got in there by luck, honestly, by certain teams winning, certain teams losing. And, you know, it should have been the Jets, in my opinion. Unfortunately, you know, the way it works out in the NFL, it didn't work out that way. And Cincinnati took that spot and just got tore up by Houston 31-10. So Houston moved on. I did have that as one of my picks, and I had that one right. And then we had, you know, in the NFC wild card, we had Detroit facing New Orleans. Now, I had picked New Orleans. I knew that they were actually going to go far. I thought they were going to go all the way to the bowl. Detroit gave them a little bit of a run for their money in the first half. Unfortunately, couldn't really do anything in the second half, and New Orleans just took it to them, so they beat them 45-28. You know, then we move on to the next day, Sunday, and we had the NFC wild card, Atlanta at New York. Now, Atlanta couldn't do shit, man, and I had picked New York. I knew that Atlanta wasn't really any type of threat in the postseason, and New York took them 24-2. Atlanta couldn't even score. They basically put 2 points up on the board because of a safety, and that was that. So New York moved on, you know, to face the Green Bay Packers the next week, and then of course that same day in the AFC wild card race, we had Pittsburgh at Denver. Now, this was honestly one of the best games of the postseason. When this game went down after it was finished, it was the best game of that whole weekend. When Pittsburgh and Denver faced off, went into overtime, tied at 23, and then, you know, magically fucking Tim Tebow throws a touchdown on the first fucking play of the game to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers 29-23. I had picked the Steelers, so I was wrong on that week. I did actually pick the Steelers. They didn't fucking win. You know, honestly, if they were a healthy team, a healthier team at that time, I think that they would have taken that game. Unfortunately, Roethlisberger was, he was overcoming injuries. They had a lot of injured players on their team, and I think that basically made the difference in what happened in that game. So you move on to the next week after that. This is basically the divisional playoffs. And of course, you know, the first game on Saturday, the NFC, we had New Orleans going to San Francisco. I completely favored New Orleans, thought that they were going to take it, shut down San Francisco at Candlestick Park. But San Francisco fucking gave them a run for their money, man. It was a completely offensive game on both sides. The last 4 minutes of the game were amazing, man. 4 different fucking score changes in the last 4 minutes. And San Francisco took the New Orleans Saints 36-32. Amazing game. That game right there actually took the whole postseason, even when it came to the Pittsburgh and Denver game, in my opinion. And San Francisco moved on to the NFC Championship. Then we had the AFC game that day, which was Denver at New England. I had picked New England. I knew New England and Tom Brady were just going to fucking take it to Tebow. Tebow got Tombowed. Couldn't fucking stop this guy. They annihilated Denver 45-10, and New England moved on to the AFC Championship. So the next day after that, of course, we had Houston going to Baltimore. I actually had Baltimore picked, so I had that one right as well. Baltimore, you know, didn't really stomp Houston. That's why when the next week came and the AFC Championship went down, I knew that Baltimore was going to have a really tough time against the Patriots, because when they had a tough time against Houston and only beat them 20-13, that doesn't really show a lot, especially going up against a third-string quarterback. So I did pick Baltimore. They moved on to the AFC Championship to face the Patriots, and then we had the NFC divisional playoff game, New York at Green Bay. Nobody thought that Green Bay was going to lose except for me. I did pick the New York Giants in this case. I knew that they were going to upset the Green Bay Packers. I knew that it was going to be the biggest upset of the season. I just had a feeling. I didn't think Green Bay was actually the caliber team that everybody thought they were. And, you know, New York actually proved me correct when they beat them 37-20 and moved on to the NFC Championship game. Now, we got the conference championships the week after that, January 22nd. We had Baltimore at New England. Close game, man. Close game. 23-20. New England took that game, moves on to the Super Bowl. And then we had New York, of course, at San Francisco, Candlestick Park. I had picked New England, by the way, in that first game to beat Baltimore. I knew that Tom Brady was going to actually take that game. And then the NFC Championship game, I actually favored San Francisco. I had, you know, after they beat the Saints, I became a believer and thought that, you know, that team was ready to go to the Super Bowl. I thought that they were going to handle New York in San Francisco, but unfortunately, it came down to the wire, man, and New York won that game by 3 points, beat San Francisco 20-17. So that puts us at the Super Bowl coming up on February 5th, ladies and gentlemen. We got New York going up against New England. Now, this is, you know, where the controversy is, you know, going to come into play, man, when it comes to my pick, because I have a lot of people favoring the New York Giants. You know, a lot of people think that this is going to be a repeat of 2007, 2008. They think that the New York Giants are going to go in there and take Tom Brady and Wes Welker and Hernandez and Gronkowski, all those fucking top notches that I love to hate. Because honestly, you're going to learn this from me right now, and when we go ahead and move on with me, you know, posting a video up on GameFace Studios every week, you're going to know that your boy LordDsplae is an Oakland Raider fan to the fullest, people. I've been a diehard Raider fan since 1983, 1984. I'm an old-ass man. Yep, yes, sir. I'm not no little-ass kid. And I've had nothing but love in my heart for the Oakland Raiders since they beat the Washington Redskins in the Super Bowl back in 83, 84. So, you know, with me being a Raider fan, you can honestly tell that I fucking despise the Patriots. I cannot stand the New England Patriots. I cannot stand Brady because of that tuck shit. Fuck the tuck. That shit was bullshit. Everybody knows it was a fumble, and the only people that won't agree that it was a fumble are probably just Patriot fans, or you just don't know shit about football, because they've never used that rule ever again. It was only used that one time. And, you know, you can sit there and watch it in slow motion and rewind, watch it, rewind, watch it, rewind, watch it. Do it as many times as you need to. And you can see that Tom Brady does not have his fucking hand, you know, in forward motion. You know, and it was just ridiculous. So that's why I hate the Patriots, man. You know, they're just one of those spoiled-ass teams. They're a bunch of bitches. But honestly, I have to favor them in this Super Bowl because I don't think that they're going to be stopped. I don't think that this game is going to be a complete blowout on either side because, you know, the defenses on both teams, in my opinion, aren't the greatest. So, you know, going up against Eli Manning and then the Giants going up against Tom Brady. There is going to be, you know, some scores going down in this game, and I've actually said it in a video on my channel. I think that it's going to be the Patriots 28, the New York Giants 21, and it's going to come down to the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be one of those to where I'd say in the last 5 minutes of the game, the Patriots are going to score a touchdown, go up 28-21, and hold it down, and basically take their fourth Lombardi Trophy home to Gillette Stadium with them. And you know, this is the sixth Super Bowl appearance for the Patriots, and you know, I think they are going to come away with their fourth win. So, you know, we're going to see what happens. But honestly, you know, with Wes Welker, you know, being that 7-8 yard fucking up the middle, you know, type of guy, man, you know, and not only that, but every time Tom Brady nails that guy for like 8-10 yards, you know, he's guaranteed another 5 to 10 yards on top of that. You know, this little white cat is fast as shit. That guy is like slippery too. You know, he fucking will just slip away from you, man. Break tackles. And then, of course, Tom Brady's favorite tight end, Gronkowski. That guy is just fucking huge, dude. He's a beast. You know, you start throwing to that guy, and he's just like, I'm Gronkowski, give ball. You know, I mean, that's what he reminds me of, man. He's just like, you know, not even, you can tell that he's there to fucking put the hurting on somebody. You know, if you go to tackle that guy, man, you're going down with your bell rung, because he's pretty big, man, and he's definitely got some hands. He can catch the ball, and I think that he's going to show that to the world. I think Tom Brady's going to show everybody that he's still legit. Regardless of how much I hate the guy, he is one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. You know, he's up there with like Ken Stabler, you know, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, you know, any great quarterback that you can think of. He's definitely in that caliber. He's up in that bracket. So I think that you know, Tom Brady and the Patriots are going to take this shit. You know, there's a lot of people that are going to beg to differ. They're saying, you know, no, Display, you don't know what you're talking about. It's the G-men all the way. And it's kind of cool, you know, honestly, all because I'm picking the Pats. It's based on, my decision is based on gameplay and you know, analyzing the team and seeing what they've done throughout the season and seeing what they've done throughout the postseason. But it's not because I like the Patriots or I favor them over the Giants. Honestly, I would love for the G-men to win this game. You know, I would love to see the New York Giants beat the Patriots because I don't want the Patriots to have another Super Bowl ring. I have a cousin out in Massachusetts that, you know, fucking just calls and bickers at me all the time because I'm a Raiders fan, and he's had nothing but good things to say about his team for 10 years when I can't say shit for mine for the past 10 years, you know, so... honestly, if you know, he can, if the Giants, I don't know why I'm stuttering and can't think right, my apologies, but if the Giants can take that away from those Patriot fans, then so be it. I'll fucking love the G-men forever for doing that, but I don't think that they can pull it off. So February 6th, people, or 5th, excuse me, we're going to find out if LordDsplae is correct or if I'm just talking out of my ass. So, you know, I hope that I'm talking out of my ass. We're going to see. You know, we're going to see what Eli Manning can bring to the table with his G-men and hopefully, you know, put the hurting against the Patriots. But in my opinion right now, it's going to be the Patriots walking away with the Lombardi Trophy. So that's it, folks. This is GameFaceStudios. This is LordDsplae. LordDsplae. I can't talk for shit. I'm out this bitch. Peace!